Hi guys, it's Miranda Namias, and I'm just gonna go ahead and actually share this onto my groups. So give me 1 second. I hope it's okay that I'm sideways. I normally do it up and down, but okay. Yeah, okay. Share that. Okay, I am ready to get started. All right, so this is all about how to grow your list and attract clients and convert clients and book clients, all by using a super fun quiz. So quizzes have been popular for a little while, and I've been like dying to try them out in my business. I actually do have a quiz up on the VA Collective. I will actually show you guys that because I did this. I really wanted to put a quiz on the VA Collective that was like, would you be a good virtual assistant? And I had trouble with that because like all the quiz builders are super expensive. So in like seriously, when I say expensive, I mean they're like $50 a month. It's ridiculous. So here, I'm gonna flip this around so you guys can see. Oh, I need to, how do I make this shorter? I guess I can't. No, I must be able to make this shorter. Guys, I'm so bad at this. Okay. I don't know. I feel like I should be able to make it shorter. I guess not. Okay, I'm just gonna hold it. So this is what the quiz looks like, and it's cool, but I use it using the free software Playbuzz, and I just embedded it. But it's like my opt-in is all the way down here, and you don't have to opt in order to take the quiz. So it's really kind of lame. And but this is like my free janky version of do you have what it takes to be a virtual assistant with my opt-in at the bottom. So that is one workaround solution where you can do it with Playbuzz, but it's really not like the best solution. So I'm going to show you how to do it even better for very cheap. So let's see. I really want to be able to put this here without, so you guys can see. Okay, you know what? That's good enough. Okay, so actually, let me turn. I'll even turn this for you guys because I love you. Okay, so this is what that looks like, and so now I'm just gonna start at the very beginning. So the tool that we're gonna use is called Thrive Quiz Builder, but even if you don't want to use this tool, you should stay tuned because I give you guys some good tips on how to like create a quiz. So no matter what tool you're going to be using, this content is going to be super helpful for you, and I spent like an hour preparing for this, so I hope you guys enjoy this little tutorial. So if you go over here to the Thrive site, Thrive has like a bunch of different cool things, but basically they have this quiz builder that is really awesome, and that is what I'm going to be using today. So it's actually just $67 to use on your website. It's a one-time cost. It totally integrates with your site. It's a plugin that you download and install on your website, and it is just a one-time cost. It includes email integration and all that great stuff. It's super powerful tool, so I'm really excited to share with you guys today how awesome this is. So okay, let me just show you what happens. So after you grab that, you can go to your account page. I'm just gonna go over this really quickly just in case you guys are curious. Go to your member home area, which looks like this. Scroll down and your quiz builder will be right here. You can download this. It's gonna download as a zip file. And then you want to go over to your website here, your WordPress website, and go to plugins, and then add new, and then go to upload plugin, and it's going to have you choose a file. So just choose that zip file that we just downloaded, and you're going to have to install it, and then you're going to have to activate it. So if you don't have any other Thrive products on your site, it'll add this little Thrive dashboard thing to your sidebar. So you're just going to want to click on Thrive dashboard to go to the dashboard after you finish installing it. And then the quiz builder will show up here. It'll have you activate it. So it's super easy. You just have to go back over here, go to your account and license keys, go to the quiz builder here, and you're going to want to input your email address and license key, and that will let you activate it. So once you have that installed, you're going to want to go to the quiz builder dashboard, and you are going to select add new quiz. And then, okay, so let's talk about this part. There's like two main objectives here that you can choose if you're creating a quiz. Do you want to optimize it for building your list, or do you want to optimize it for social shares? And so the tip that I'm going to give you guys here is that the main thing is that is your goal with this quiz to create traffic, or is your goal to create sales? So since I'm talking to online service providers, I'm assuming that your goal is going to be to create sales. And if your goal is to create sales, and by that I mean get clients, sell packages, all that great stuff, you are going to want to optimize it for list building. If your goal is traffic, then you would choose to optimize it for social shares. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose list building as our objective here, and then click continue. And now we're going to name our quiz. Here's the fun part. I talked to a couple people in the VA collective group, and I had them give me their niche and everything. So I talked to Eleni and I talked to Daniela, and those are the two people that we're going to be doing this test on. And so I talked to Eleni, and she is a VA for social media managers. So I'm just going to turn this around for 1 second. Hey guys. Okay, so she's a she's a VA for social media managers. And so I came up with a couple of different quiz ideas, but I want to just backtrack just a little bit, and let's talk about the goal of your quiz. So before you come up with the title, before you come up with any of that stuff, you basically have to think what's your goal with this quiz. So our goal is obviously to get clients, right? So that's going to be our goal, and there are kind of three main goals to the quiz. It can be just for fun, it can be for to qualify your clients, and then to segment your clients. So obviously we're not creating it just for fun, we're creating it for a purpose, we're creating it to get clients. But the next thing that we need to think about is that we're not just creating it to get clients in general. That's very broad. We need to be more specific. We're creating it to first qualify our clients. So by this, I mean that you need to take your leads and qualify them, as in, is this lead a potential client? Yes. Is this lead a potential client? No. So that would be the purpose number one of the quiz, is to qualify your leads. Are they a client, or are they a potential client, or are they not a potential client? And then the goal B of the quiz is going to be to then segment your leads. So you have your not potential clients over here. That's like one segment, and then you could have potential client segment number 1, potential client segment number 2, and potential client segment number 3. And the reason why you would have like a couple of different segments, potentially, you don't have to. You could just have like potential client and not a potential client. If you're just getting started, this might be easiest. But the other way that you can segment your potential clients is by how you would sell to them or what you're selling to them. So what I mean by this is that if you have different client personas, like you are targeting like stay-at-home moms, or you're targeting social media managers, for example, for Eleni's example, you might sell to them in different ways. So they might have different problems or different like behaviors or different language that they respond best to. So that is the reason why you would want to segment your potential clients, as well as segment them as to what you're going to sell them. So if you have multiple different packages or multiple different types of services, you're going to want to segment your potential clients based on what they are most likely to want to purchase. So for this specific case though, we are just going to work on qualifying the leads. So we want to judge whether they are a potential client or not a potential client. That is the main goal of our quiz for Eleni. So I'm just going to go, just give me 1 second. I'm going to go and tag her in this to make sure that she's seeing it. Okay, I just tagged a couple people and apparently I thought it was spam, so that's why nobody is here. So I just marked it as not spam. Hopefully that will make sure that we now have actual people on our live video. Okay. So let me just, okay, so we have Eleni's potential clients. She's trying to get clients who are social media managers. And then we decided that we wanted to qualify her leads to know whether they are potential clients or not potential clients. So now let's talk about like potential quiz themes, quiz topics, quiz titles that are going to like effectively capture the attention of her potential clients. So at this point, we just want to grab social media managers in general. We don't necessarily, like, we're not qualifying the leads yet. So we just want to grab the attention of social media managers. And then we also want to think about what problem is Eleni solving. So I talked to Eleni and she said that, let me see like what her exact response was. Okay, so yeah, so I asked what problem she's solving, and she says that she helps free up their time so that they can focus on building funnels for their high-end clients. This is a really great answer because it tells me like how we can work to attract those potential clients based on what their specific needs are. So we know that she's looking for people who need to outsource work because they want to focus more time on their high-end clients. So I came up with 2 potential titles that we could use to attract those types of clients. And basically so one of them would be, what piece of your social media management biz needs streamlining? And then the second title I came up with is, what are you spending way too much time on in your social media business, social media management business? So this would help to attract the social media managers, and then it also is like on the theme of how she's looking for people that need to outsource stuff in their work so that they can have more time to spend on the high-end clients. And we're thinking like a little bit ahead to what the answers are going to be. So let's also talk a little bit about Daniela. I thought that Eleni's it made more sense because she gave me like a really good answer as far as what problem she's solving is, but Daniela has a really great niche as well. She works for like wedding planners. She's a VA for wedding planners, and so the name of the quiz that I came up with for her was, how stressed out are you by your wedding planning biz? And that could be a great way to get potential leads in the door, so you know that they're wedding planners and you know that they're probably stressed out. And so I'm assuming that's kind of like who she's targeting, because if she's a VA, she wants to target people who are stressed out and they need to outsource so that they can handle like other things in their business. So that would be a title we could use for her. So you basically want to create results for your quiz, create a quiz for which the results would help solve their problem. So not only you're thinking ahead to like, not only are you telling her like, yeah, you're really stressed out, like obviously, but when you're spending way too much time in your business, like maybe it's administration, like yes, but then you also want to take it one step further and think about how you are then going to tell them like how you're going to solve their problem. So think about that as well. Okay, so let's just switch this back to screen share so I can show you guys the back end of Thrive quizzes and how we're going to set this up. So let's look again at Eleni's quiz. So the one that I want to do right now is, what are you spending way too much time on in your social media management business? And then so you add your title, and then you click continue, and it's going to add your quiz, and now you're in the quiz builder dashboard. So exciting. Okay, so the next thing that you want to go ahead is choose your type of quiz. There are 4 types of quizzes that you can choose from. The first one is a number, and so like each of these little videos, if you choose them, you see that a little explanation comes up with a play button. That play button means if you click on it, a tutorial will pop up. So I actually did go and watch all the tutorials for you guys to understand the difference between these 4 different types of quizzes. And basically, I would say that this first one, the number score, is like the worst option. Just like don't even use it. It's bad. Because basically it could just give you like any score, like not even from 0 to 100. It's like, oh, you could get just like 2 million points, or you could get -1,000. Like, I don't know. It seems more for like the fun type of quiz versus anything that's going to help you get leads. So the next type that you probably shouldn't use is the right and wrong one. This is best for trivia type quizzes, like, oh, how many states does the United States have? And then you have your answers, and then if they choose the right one, it's like, yay, you're right. So this one, I think, doesn't necessarily work really well for, because you're already getting your results as you're taking the quiz. So what's the point of signing up at the end to receive your results? Like, that's dumb. So the next options are going to be, the 2 options that I think are good choices are either the percentage option or the category option. So when we were talking about the titles I thought up earlier for Eleni and Daniela, Eleni's quiz that we're doing the tutorial with today is, what are you spending way too much time on in your social media management business? So that would be the category type, and what that means is that the answers are going to be labels, kind of like a personality quiz, right? So the answers are going to be obvious, like spending too much time watching TV, or, you know, whatever. So, and then the other option that you could choose to do is percentage. So this would be Daniela's quiz. How stressed out are you by your wedding planning business? And it could be like 80% or 100%, you know what I mean? So, and then basically her answer would, she would just have them sign up to receive the answer, and then tell them like how ways to reduce stress in your wedding planning business would be like a great type of opt-in to then give that person, or a type of free content. So now we're gonna go ahead and choose category, because that is the one we're doing today. Then I'm gonna go ahead and click continue, and then we're gonna add in our answers. So with the category type of quiz, you're gonna want to have probably at least 3 types of answers. And if you're choosing the percentage type of quiz, you're not gonna have answers, because it's just gonna be the percentage. And then, but if you have your categories, you're gonna want to choose at least 3 types of answers. So what I mean by answers, 3 results, like the 3 options that they're gonna end up with at the end. They're going to have one of these options. So you're going to want to create multiple results for them to potentially get. And basically the easiest way to do this is have 3 potential results. And the first potential result is going to be the one that matches up with your ideal client. And then the second type of result is going to match up with somebody who is not ready to hire you yet, but may be able to hire you in the future. And then the third result is like you can't solve their problem. Like you and this person would not be a good fit, whether the help they need is too advanced, or it's not in your wheelhouse, or whatever. You could add additional ones, but these are the 3 basic ones that you should start out with. So let's go back to Eleni's quiz. The answers that I came up with that correspond with those types of results are, so the first one's going to be her ideal client. And so the answer that I came up with for her is the little things you shouldn't have to worry about. So remember here, the result is going to answer the question, what are you spending way too much time on in your social media management biz? So because she's looking for people that need to outsource in order to spend more time on their higher end clients, her ideal client is going to want to answer the little things you shouldn't have to worry about. And then the next one is going to correspond with somebody who could eventually hire her but isn't ready to hire her yet. And so this is somebody who's maybe like just starting out in their business and they don't have any higher end clients yet. So I thought up the answer. I was on the fence with this one. I was thinking that we could either do finding clients, so they're spending like way too much time trying to find clients, or worrying about the future. So I'm just going to go ahead and do trying to find clients. And then the third category is the one that just like you guys aren't a good fit. So for that one, I chose administration and team management. So the reason why this doesn't fit is because Eleni focuses on social media scheduling and graphic design. So if somebody needs help with administration and team management, they're going to want to hire like a project manager, not somebody to do graphic design. So, but a way that you could potentially leverage this to your advantage would be if you have leads that do end up choosing that option, you could try to sell them in some other way. So for example, you could send them a list of tools that could help with their administration and their team management, or you could send them to like a course or you could send them to like a friend who does administration work like that, and maybe get like a referral kickback fee from that. So we're just going to go ahead and save our 3 answers. And now we are going to choose the quiz style. And basically this is just like the design of the quiz. it doesn't matter what you choose. There's like 3 different options here, and you can customize the colors and everything. So it's just the style you're looking at, not the colors. So I'm just going to choose the first one because it looks like clean and simple to me. So go ahead and choose the style, and then the next step is optional. You could create a social share badge. We're going to skip that for now. So now we're going to go down here and make our splash page. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose manage. And then this is where it starts to look like the other Thrive plugins. So like Thrive Content Builder and Thrive Leads. So basically this is really similar to how the other plugins look. At this point, you have your splash page here, and we're going to go ahead and choose edit. The reason why it brings you to this page instead of just the edit page is actually because it allows you to split test everything in Thrive, which is amazing. So basically you could add an A/B test variation, and you could have splash page number 1 and splash page number 2, and then it will automatically randomly show equal amounts of splash page 1 and splash page 2 to your people, to your audience, and then it'll show you like which one is converting better. So you that's like a really cool feature, and you still get that at that $67 price range. So we're just gonna go ahead and stick with 1 for right now. So I'm gonna hit edit. And then this is going to pop up the Thrive editor. Now you're going to want to pay attention to this because this is how it looks if you get like the content builder or Thrive Leads. This is exactly what it's going to look. So you have your like main template here, and then you have all of your editing thingies over here. And then so it really looks like kind of like ClickFunnels or Divi or any of those page builders. If you're used to those types of softwares, you will know what I'm talking about. So you're going to want to go here, click on quiz name, and then this little like editing box is going to come up. But basically I'm just going to like highlight that, and then we're going to type in our quiz name, which is so this is kind of like a really long name. So another way that you could do this is instead of putting it all in one, you could just say, what are you spending way too much time on? And I want to put this on 2 lines. And then we could add in another, actually, okay, I'm just going to copy it. What are you spending way too much time on in your social media management? So then you would just make this, for some reason the padding on this is like huge. So to adjust the space in between the elements, you would go here and adjust that. Oops. And then we would like make this a lot smaller. So that's just an example. Like this obviously doesn't look that nice, but I don't have a lot of time to show you guys all that stuff. So then you would put like your introduction here and then start quiz, and that is your like landing page for the quiz. You could add photos, you could add like more text, you could add any of this stuff like social share buttons, you could add other buttons if you wanted to. You could put like a testimonial about how awesome your quiz is. Like there's a ton of like different stuff you could do. You could have different columns, but I'm just gonna, this is just like the basics for you guys. So I just saved, and then I'm going to actually just X out of this page, and it's going to bring me back to this page, and then we're going to go ahead right back to the dashboard. So we finished designing our splash page, and now we're going to move on to questions. So I just clicked manage, and then it's going to bring us here, and then we're going to click add question, and basically you can choose, you're going to have just like a regular question or you're going to have questions with image. So I'm just going to choose a regular question, but because it looks really the same. You actually have the option to add an image here anyway, so I don't even know why they separated it. But anyway, so we're going to add in our questions here. I'm just going to do one question to show you what it looks like, but the possible questions that I came up with were for this quiz are: what types of tasks do you hate doing the most? Another question is: what do you wish you had more time to focus on in your business? And do you wish you had more time or more money? Now, these are all like really great qualifying questions, because what types of tasks do you hate doing the most? Obviously, if you're going to want to try to convince somebody to outsource social media scheduling and or graphic design, you're going to want to make sure that they do like that's not what they really like doing in their business. So hopefully if they would choose those answers, they're going to be closer to your ideal client. For the second question, what do you wish you had more time to focus on in your business? This leads back to Eleni's client avatar, who she said specifically they want to like work on sales funnels with their high-end clients. So that is the answer. Like, what do you wish you had more time to focus on in your business? One of the answers should be like spending more time working on strategy with my high-end clients, stuff like that. And then for the third one, do you wish you had more time or more money? You could easily, this is like a great question that you can use to qualify leads all the time in like any circumstance. People who want more time are typically it's because they have money and they're willing to spend it, and they're like further on in their business. Whereas if they want more money, they're earlier on in their business. So depending on what type of client you're going after, you can use that question to qualify them. But we're just going to go ahead and use the first question here. What types of tasks do you hate doing the most? And then you can add a description. I don't really think it's necessary. So we're just going to go ahead down here and put our answers. So it's simple math. You should have like however many answers should match up with however many results you have. So you're going to do one answer per result. So the first answer is going to match up with her ideal client result, which is, again, just to remind you guys, the little things you shouldn't have to worry about. So this answer is going to be like, is going to match up exactly with what Eleni's ideal client. So we're going to put scheduling social media updates and social media graphics. And then we're going to select the result that goes along with it. And then we're going to add in our next answer. So this next answer, we're going to want to associate it with trying to find clients. So this one might be what types of tasks you hate doing the most. A lot of people who are just getting started out in their business hate doing discovery calls. So I'm going to put that one and associate it with trying to find clients. And then we're going to do the third answer that matches up with the client that just like does not go with her at all, and that one is going to be like firing subcontractors. I don't know, something along the lines of team management that just like has nothing to do with Eleni's business at all. So now we're gonna hit save. Okay, so then we're going to then you would add your, you'd add your next question, and then you would add your next question. I won't show you that, it's just really obvious. So then you would hit save and exit after you finish adding all of your questions. And then you want to go ahead and add in your opt-in gate. So what this means is basically the results of your quiz are gated. They're gated by an opt-in. So the person has to enter in their email address in order to view the results. So we're going to hit manage. Oops. And it's going to bring us to this page. Again, you have the option of split testing it with a different version, but we're just going to go ahead and edit it. Oops. And this is where it gets really cool. So the whole like point of this is that you want to be able to segment your email list by the different types of results so that you can follow up with them later. So great job. We're just gonna get rid of that because it doesn't matter. And we're also going to get rid of skip this step because no thank you. We really want everybody to put their email address in, but potentially you could, if you like are being nice or you want to offer that option, you could keep that button in there and it will go right to the results page. So the next thing that you want to do in order to segment your list, this like you have to do this step, is over here on the right hand side you're going to scroll all the way down until you get to the Thrive Quiz Builder section. So this has like things that you can add in that are specific to this plugin. So this is the dynamic content section, and basically what that means is that you're adding in content that is variable depending on the results of the quiz. So we're going to click and drag dynamic content and just put it in this box, and then we're going to go ahead and duplicate this. Okay, calm down. Sorry. We're going to go ahead and duplicate, and then we're going to delete one of them, and then we're going to go ahead and drag, drag this section. Oh my god, really? There we go. Drag this section here, this opt-in like box thingy, into the dynamic content box. We're also going to want to go ahead and delete this text that says your dynamic content here, and then we're going to go ahead and delete the opt-in area that is outside of the dynamic content. So again, this little blue box here that says dynamic content, that's the only thing we're going to like want to have on this page. So we're going to delete this section, and so just your dynamic content will be showing to this person besides the great job. And basically you want to go in here and you can edit all of this stuff. Like it's really customizable, but the main thing here is that you're going to want to go ahead and click connect with service, and that's going to allow you to when they put in their email address and everything, it's going to go to your email provider. So you're going to want to create a new connection, and then API, this if you didn't already have your email service connected here, it would ask you to add it using just like your license key or whatever. It's super easy, super self-explanatory, but basically we're just going to keep going along to the next step here. I already have my active campaign set up in here, and so basically you would choose your active campaign, you would choose your mailing list, and then you would go ahead and add the tag. So since this dynamic content is matching up with the little things you shouldn't have to worry about, we're going to choose like ideal potential clients and add that in. And I'm not going to add it in because I don't want to add that tag, but that's what you do. You would put ideal potential clients as your tag, and then you would click save. I'm just going to click cancel for now. And then you're going to want to go ahead and see how this this here, we've been working on the dynamic content that matches specifically with this answer. So then you're going to want to go ahead and switch to, okay. Go ahead and switch to the next section, which is trying to find clients. These are the people that are like almost ready to be clients, but not yet. So you're going to want to go ahead, click. Oh, it's not letting me because I didn't add a tag. So basically you would click, after you add your tag and connect with your email provider, you would click this, like your next one, and it would go back to that original content. You would drag in a new dynamic section and just add it, do exactly what we just did again for each of these results, and then connect it with different tags. So for this one it would be like almost ready to be a client might be your tag, and then for this one it would be like definitely not a potential client. That would be your tag for that one. So then we're gonna go ahead and save changes, and then just go ahead and X out of this, and that's gonna go back here, and then we're gonna want to go back to the dashboard, and then we're going to manage our results page. So this is the page that after they put in their name and email address, it's going to reroute them to this page. So again, this page is going to allow you to split test if you want. We're just going to hit edit. And then, okay, so this page shows you is where it reroutes to. And basically, congratulations, you achieved the following result. And then because this is in percentage signs, this means that the result that we created is just going to automatically populate here depending on what answer they get. And then, so basically here, we're going to want to delete this form since we already had them sign up. This is just in case you were going to bypass that, but since we did not bypass that, we're just going to delete that. And then we're going to change this to check your inbox for detailed results. So basically, after they have been rerouted to a specific tag based on their results, it's going to go into your ConvertKit or your ActiveCampaign and be in that tag. And then you can set it up so that they automatically receive an email or an email sequence that is specifically geared towards that person. So you're going to want to send them, be like, hey, you got this as a result. Like, thank you so much for taking the quiz. You might want to encourage them to share the quiz or and something like that. And then you also might want to go on and give them some type of free content that matches up with their results. So for example, since we did for Eleni, what are you spending way too much time on in your social media management biz? And say that one of the tags is the little things you shouldn't have to worry about, which matches up with ideal client. And so we're going to send that person in that first welcome email after we thank them for taking the quiz. We're going to send them like a checklist of like things that like things to outsource in your social media management biz, or how to like focus on the things that matter in your business, like maybe a little ebook or a workbook or something. You're going to want to send them some type of free content that matches up specifically with whatever result that they got. And then the best thing to do would be to continue to send them an email sequence, and at some point, whether it's in that first email or email later in a later email, you're going to want to send them a link so that they could book a discovery call with you and picture yourself as the fix to their problem. That if they solve you, they're going to fix the problem that they discovered they had when they took your quiz. So that is how you would do it. Another thing that you can do if you like don't want to send them like an email, or for some reason you just like want to make this page more fancy, you can add social media share buttons to this page by using the elements over here on the side. You can scroll down again to the dynamic content section, and you can actually build dynamic content based on their results. So you could actually like drag this in here, create dynamic content for your ideal client, and be like, download the ebook that add a button that has that, and only shows up if they got a certain result. And or you could add like a different little like description that's depending on what result they got. So there's so much customization you can do here, so much personalization, so much like targeting and segmenting. It's making my nerd brain just like explode in excitement about all the potential that you have here to like really target your potential clients. Like, it's so cool. And so basically, I just wanted to share with you guys this really cool tool that I discovered. I'm so excited about the potential that it has to really help explode my email list as well as my like calendar of discovery calls. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and that you are as excited about the Thrive Quiz Builder as I am. I'm going to put my affiliate link for the Thrive Quiz Builder in the description of this video so that you guys can go grab it for only $67 per website. It is so cool. Like, seriously, I think it is in like my top 5 favorite tools ever. Like, you should definitely get it. And I just want to give one more little pitch here that I just became a Thrive affiliate, and I really so strongly believe in their products. I use them on every single website that I own, and I own like more websites than you probably think. In the next like 30 days, I have to make at least 10 affiliate sales or they're going to cancel my affiliate account. So I really hope that you guys can help me achieve that goal of making 10 affiliate sales in the next 30 days, because that would mean so much to me. And I really know that you will enjoy these products so much and be able to improve your client conversions. Thank you so much again for watching this video. I love you guys so much. Talk to you later. Bye.